right now, because I'm sure there are a number of you out there who think this guy's in his fucking basement. He doesn't really do this for real. I'm about to show you that I do this for real. And I'm about to get on a Zoom with a gentleman that I am looking at adding to the board as my legal counsel. I have about 15 minutes until I get on the Zoom with him. If you're watching this channel, one of the reasons you're watching this channel is because you are someone who is building a board and you're getting prepared to start purchasing companies and whatever niche you have chosen to go into. And if you're watching this video, you are very familiar with my main mentor that I follow. It'll be obvious when you watch my videos who that is. I'm not going to say who that is because I'm not going to make it that easy for you. Now, a little bit about my process. What I do is I set a Zoom and I practice a Zoom before I get on the Zoom. I check my background, I check the video, make sure the video is good, make sure there's nothing in my beard, no fucking broccoli or nothing crazy like that in my beard. I make sure that my background is good. I make sure that my head is not chopped off. And I pretty much stay in that position and don't move too much until I'm actually on the Zoom. Make sure my clothes, my uniform is correct. Make sure everything looks good. And then I start the process of getting on the Zoom. I have two windows. I have a Zoom window with the persons and I can see the person. And then I have a smaller window. It's about that thin to where I have my notes, my agenda keeps me on track. Now, the reason why I start talking and I go at them is because I don't want to get off track. So I let them know that I'm going to talk first and then I'm going to give them the floor. That way they won't fucking chime in and fuck up my rhythm. So you're about to witness and experience that, yes, I do this. Now, in the comments below, here's what I want you to do. Someone that knows what I do, that knows that I do this, that knows that I'm building a board right now so that I can start working on the process, continuing the process for our first target acquisition. He says that I should stop cursing. Try it. For TikTok. Not for YouTube, but for TikTok, because, there's a lot of kids on TikTok. I'm thinking most of the kids on TikTok say fuck anyway, or they curse anyway, a lot of these kids. So, he kind of wants me to make it PG. Just test it out. PG. No cursing. So, we'll see how that goes. In the comments below, do you think I should go PG on some of my videos? Or do you think I should stop cursing altogether? Whatever the fuck you think, put it down there in the comments right now. Should I keep cursing or should I stop cursing? Should I keep the emotion or stop the emotion? Because if you're watching this video, you know that curse words bring out emotion. They help you relay a message. Now, not that the message cannot be relayed without them, but what can I say? Now, I'm going to pause the video, and I'll be back when I'm on the Zoom with the gentleman that I'm going to be on the Zoom with. And at some point in this, I'm going to stop the recording because sensitive information that he will be sharing, you don't fucking need to know because it's none of your business. And I want to keep him private. I want to keep his privacy. Got it? Good. Be back. A little side note here. See this? These are my initials. Custom shirt. Cufflinks. Side note. I want you to try something. When you get your custom suit, make sure it's a custom suit. I don't know. Go to Men's Warehouse or something like that. Go get you a custom suit. If this is your mission, if this is your plan for the next 5 years of your life, get a suit. Do this. Go out in public with your suit. If you're in Vegas, walk through a hotel. Go to some coffee shops. Just walk around in public in your suit. Just like this. And you will be surprised. Because the average person doesn't dress like this. So when you walk around in your suit, people know that you're fucking somebody. People know that you are doing big things. People compliment you. People smile at you. People, they look at you. Because the average person won't dress like this because they don't know any better. The average person doesn't give a fuck about what they think, what they look like. They just wear anything nowadays. So, little side note, I'll be back. Just try that. Take your suit, wear it out in public, talk to some people, go to a couple restaurants, try it, see what happens. Another side note, you want to record your Zooms, not for the other person, but for you, so that you can go back and review. You want to review what was said. You want to review what the other person said. You want to review yourself. You want to see, were you nervous? Were you not? Did you fuck up? You want to record it just for your own purposes. Do not, I repeat, do not post any fucking recordings on social media of these people. These are high level, C-level people. They have reputations. Do not fucking post anything on social media. Keep it to yourself. Use it for your own purposes. And that's it. Okay? That's the fucking promise you're going to make right now. I will not post any videos of anyone on social media. Unless it's yourself. Only yourself. Now, if you're like the average person watching this video on your iPhone, on your lunch break, on your Android, at home on your desktop computer, if you're the average person, you have the attention span of a fucking goldfish. Which means that any minute your phone's going to beep. It's going to be a Facebook notification or a Snapchat or IG. It's going to be a notification on your phone, or you're going to get a text message any minute now. Just to show you how easily distracted you are. Watch. I bet you just got a notification right now. Tell me you didn't just get a notification right now. You're distracted very easily. Very, very easily. So what I'm going to tell you to do right now is turn those fucking notifications off while you're watching this video, because you don't want to be distracted by anything that I'm about to tell you, anything that you're about to experience. Now, I'm waiting for this gentleman to get on. It's 1 minute until our Zoom starts. Now, with C-level executives, C-level people, you don't usually have to, now the average person, you have to constantly follow up with them and send them emails and reminders. C-level people, they're not like that. You set the fucking appointment a week later, a week from now, a week ahead, a week before today. You set the appointment, and they're there. They're on your fucking Zoom. You don't have to remind them. They put it on their calendar. They're there. If you present yourself in the correct professional manner on LinkedIn. So this guy has 1 minute to show up. And it's just me waiting. I'm watching the screen because it says participants 1. And then when he chimes in, it'll say participants 2. And I'll admit him into the room. And we'll get started. Now, most of you are going to click away from this video because you have a very little short attention span. You're about to go to work, or somebody calls you, your phone rings, something happens, and then you're going to get off of this video and you're going to probably forget about it. That's how it goes. So fuck it. Come back later. But if you're engaged and you want to see how this thing plays out, stick around. All right, this asshole's not on the Zoom. It's 8 o'clock Pacific time, USA. Now, here's what I do. I give people 5 minutes. A 5-minute grace period. Once that 5-minute mark hits, I end the fucking Zoom. Now, I wasn't actually too sure about this guy because on LinkedIn, he didn't really respond too much on LinkedIn or in emails. People that don't respond, they're kind of iffy. You don't know if they're going to show up or not. Now, I've been doing this since October 2021. Since October, and I've only had maybe 2 people that didn't show up. Out of the 50 people that I've had Zooms with, or 20 people, or whatever it is, I've only had 2 not show up. And I'm not so sure about this guy. He might be the 3rd, because it's already 8:01 and this motherfucker's not here. I'll be right back. Okay, I just got a message on LinkedIn from my guy that I'm supposed to meet with. Let's see what he says. I don't have Zoom link. Okay. Got to get him the Zoom link. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, my guy has just entered the room. Let's get started. Let me show you how this is fucking done, or at least what has worked for me. Now he's fucking gone. There he is. Daniel, can you hear me? Daniel, can you hear me?
Sorry about that. I got it now.
Is your video working?
Yeah, sorry. I often do my board meetings without video, so sorry about that.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Hey, listen, Dan, you only have about 15 minutes to get this done. Then have to get on pop on another Zoom. I'm going to talk for a few minutes to give you an idea of my vision and where I'm coming from. And when I'm done talking, I'll give you the floor for any questions or comments that you may have.
Sure.
So, Daniel, my mission is to consolidate the entire fucking healthcare industry, starting with bedpans. Why? Because there's literally little or no competition in that space, and no one wants to wipe old people's asses. Now, my exit is to take the company public or sell it for billions. My only objective is to create billionaires with this mission. Now, we're not forming the company until we find our first target. At that point in time and during that process, we're going to simultaneously be forming the company. I already have a chairman, I have a CEO, I have a CFO, and I have a healthcare advisor that has signed up for this journey already in place. I have an advisory role open, I have an in-house accountant role open, and I have an in-house legal role open for the board, which is where you might be able to come in. Now, once we have our team in place, I'm going to go after the big 4 accounting firms, the big legal firms. For deals above 1.5 million, we're going to allow them to do the due diligence. Why? Because they have deep pockets, and if they fuck up, we litigate. Now, deals below 1.5 million, we're going to do our board is going to do the due diligence. We're going to do it ourselves. Now, your time commitment is approximately 6 hours per month until we have a deal on the table. Now, once we have a deal on the table, as you already know, you've done tons of transactions. The way we're going to run this thing is no fucking weddings, no birthdays, no holidays, no funerals, childbirths, any of that personal bullshit while we're working to close a transaction. If I need you in New York on a Thursday, Phoenix on a Friday, Texas on a Sunday, the only acceptable answer is, Barry, I'll fucking be there. Now, when we're in the middle of a transaction, if you're fucking, hey, Barry, fuck off. I'm fucking right now. I'll call you back later. Bye. Click. That's the level of urgency that I'm looking for. That's the level of communication that I'll be looking for when we're working to close a transaction. Now, your role, of course, while we're having this conversation, is I'm thinking of a legal advisory based on what I read on your resume and your years of experience. Now, I have a couple questions for you, Daniel. So you've obviously completed over 50 or more target acquisitions for revenue. Was any of those deals in healthcare acquisitions?
Not that I recall. I mean, I don't. I've done hundreds of deals as an attorney. I don't remember every single one of them. What the, it's 20. How many of them